Hi guys, my name is Carmen. This is actually for my dear friend Royce Williams, and I want to tell you a little bit about her story. I've known Royce for years and years and years, and wonderful woman, wonderful personality, wonderful family, wonderful everything. Several months back, she found out that she had inflammatory breast cancer. And of course, that would hit anybody like a ton of bricks. So, like anything else, she took it in stride with a wonderful attitude. But she had more ahead of her than she knew at the time. After the chemo, it, I guess, broke her immune system down a little bit, and she actually got a bacteria that went a little rampant in the colon, and she went septic and got put into a coma. So she was in a coma for almost a month. But during that time, that first day when they had to induce her, they, after she went septic, gave her a 2% chance to live. So everybody was called in to say their goodbyes. It was a terrible, horrible experience. But my cat with 9 lives friend was not ready to go. So she's just strong, strong, strong woman. And recently, it was a month when she was in the coma, and when she came out, I was able to go and stay with her one day. And she woke up to a colostrum bag on dialysis, head shaved, and a trach in there. Can you imagine waking up with a trach? Oh my word, I would just die. But she just took it all in stride, as she always does. And when I was able to go there and stay that day, they had taken a trach out, so she was able to speak a little bit. The air would come out through there, so we'd have to put her fingers on her throat right there to so she could speak. And she looked at me and she goes, "I saw Jesus," and it just was sending chills through you. And at the time, she couldn't tell me a lot because she wasn't able to speak really good. But then she was able to tell the story. I'm not going to get into a lot of that because I feel like it's her story to tell, other than the fact that she had one foot in heaven and talked to Jesus, and they come to the conclusion, I guess it was her time, to come back and probably to minister to people. And it was wonderful timing because my son had just got saved and he was fixing to get baptized, so I took him over there and she told him her story about talking to Jesus, and it meant a lot to him. And he got baptized on Easter Sunday, so it was wonderful to watch her tell him that story. But she has been, I mean, she's been put through the ringer. But during all of it, still has the most amazing attitude of anyone I've ever seen. So can you imagine just going in when you think you're a little nauseated from the chemo, to find out that you're septic, and then you wake up a month later and find out all these things happen. I had a massive heart attack during the coma, kidneys not working, everything's shutting down. I mean, it's just like a cat with 9 lives, I'm telling you. And then to wake up and been in the bed for a month and having to now go through rehab to get her body back to function, things that we take for granted. But when you're laying there for a month, your body just shuts down. Now going through all that, and of course she's an overachiever in that too, just going out there and busting head and taking names as far as rehab, doing amazing. But like with all of these things that happen to people, there's like a lot of expense is building up, and she probably going to kill me about doing this, but don't care. Everybody needs help now and then, and there's no need to struggle when you got friends out there willing to help. And you never know when the shoe's going to be on the other foot, and something like this could happen to one of us, and we need help. And you just don't want to have a burden on a family that of medical expenses and stuff like that, when people can help. Because if we was in a situation, we would do all things available to help our family. So I know the ones that are listening to this right now, she's like an extended family to you too. So anything that can be done to help take this burden off would be greatly appreciated, because I know any of you that know her or love her like I do. So just amazing woman. She's just, I mean, to tell you how she is in spirit, sitting there in rehab, there's a young boy that just started, and he was new to physical therapy, and he's having to help her put her shirt on and her breasts are exposed and all this. Can you imagine how uncomfortable that was for everyone? But my crazy friend sits there and starts waving her hands and says, "Throw me some beads, mister." And of course, he starts laughing, and it makes the situation a lot better for both of them and stuff. But that's the tight spirit she had. She was more worried about making this young boy comfortable than the fact of what she's going through. So, how can you not help someone like that? So, love her dearly, love her family dearly, and appreciate anything you guys can do to help in this situation. So, thanks.